And welcome back to another BobBlast. Hi, I'm Bob Burridge, and this one is all about non-painting days. You know, I have been painting almost every day for 35 years. You're going to hit a day or two in there that you just don't have it. And here's what I do. I just go down to the studio. I'm all set up. I can't wait. My paints are out. My sketchbook has been filled up. I got my buckets of water. My paints are ready to go. And nothing. Just absolutely nothing. Nothing up in here. Lots of stuff ready to go, but nothing. Well, let me show you what I like to do. So on a non-painting day, there's just so many busy things to do in the studio. Number one is show up, right? And when you're in the studio, even though you're not inspired to paint, I organize things. Empty the waste paper basket, okay? And now I'm really ready to go. Organize my brushes. Clean extra brushes if they're not clean. Get the paints ready. And I clear off my table, making sure there's not a whole lot of stuff on my table. It's my workspace. So if it's not going to serve me, I don't have it here. I get rid of all that visual clutter. I put it on a separate table behind me. So first thing I do is, after doing all that busy stuff, I get right into my journals. I journal every day. And for me, a journal is, I put all my ideas, my sketches. I actually sketch in my sketchbook. What a concept, huh? But I do a lot of journaling, getting rid of all that monkey chatter in my head, and work on some landscape sketches I've been working on. And all my ideas, any idea that I have in my head, I put it in here. I don't try to keep it all up in here. There's nothing left up here. So I put it all down in here. One of the best things about a journal is on non-painting days, pick up some of your older journals, go back and say, well, that was a good idea then. I think I'll do that now. So it's one of the nice things I like about a journal is my memory bank, whatever is left, okay? So let me show you some of the things that I do on a non-painting day. And this is another thing I do on a non-painting day. I prep my paper and my canvas. Here's this full sheet of watercolor paper. I'm going to be putting gesso, an acrylic gesso on one side. But on this side, I'm making a big mark. So this side, I will be putting my white gesso. And when I cut it all up into smaller pieces, I'll know what side's been gessoed. Here we go. This is my gesso brush. Nothing else is on the table. Look at that beautiful, thick, white gesso. Now you probably can't see this because it's white onto white. But you can also buy different colors of gesso. Holbein makes 22 different colors of gesso, including gold and silver. How cool is that, right? And pink, and all the other colors that you love so much. But this is a great way to get my arm exercise in the morning too. I'm not feeling too creative today. So I may as well prep all my papers and canvases. Let me show you the next thing that I do. On my painting days, I like to start off every day with small warm-ups. You can divide it up, a full sheet, into any size you want. This happens to be 9.5 by 6.5, perfect for my 9 by 6s. And these are my daily warm-up sizes. And look at that crazy color. And this is, again, that Holbein orange paint that I love, and that hot pink gesso. Isn't this just so great on top of this? Now next, let me show you how I tear paper. So starting off with a full sheet, I'm going to tear it to keep that deckled edge that I like so much. You're tearing it. I don't use anything sharp. So I'm going to fold it in half. This is the sheet that's been gessoed. Fold it in half. There's the back side already marked. This will be a half sheet. Now the secret is to fold it back the other way also. Both sides, both directions. Here we go. Perfect, perfect. Some people like to take a stick or a bone or something hard like a pencil like this and make it even sharper. Now, the secret to tearing paper, don't tear it this way. You want to tear it away from itself. Always away. We all have a bad habit of doing this, and it will tear this way. Don't do that. So you can cheat a little bit if you want. Get it started. Now I'm going to tear it. Turn it into a cone. Kind of like a cone. See how beautiful that is? Beautiful. Look at that. Nobody was hurt doing that one. Let's do a quarter sheet. Show you how easy it is with a quarter sheet. See, these are all standard sizes. There's your quarter sheet. And now we're going to tear it away from itself. Always tearing it away from itself. You see, now I know what side's been gessoed. Pretty simple little studio trick that I like to do. I can't remember what side's been gessoed. Let me show you another wonderful practice that I do on a non-painting day. So this is another thing I do on a non-painting day. I start thinking about a painting that I would like to do. Okay, at least thinking, because my mind's all clear, the studio's all cleaned up, my brushes are all put away. Now I can start thinking about a painting. Can't wait. I do go down my list here, my studio list of the 5 C's. I write down, what's the concept? I also like to say, well, what's the big idea? What am I really wanting to paint? All right, and I write it in my sketchbook. I don't try to remember it. What's the composition? Well, there's many to choose from. At least 16 international graphic designs. Is it vertical, horizontal, diagonal, overlapping frames, those kinds of things. And I write that down too, because I already have my concept. What's the big idea? Now, what's the composition that's going to support that concept? All right. Color combo. Oh, I know you want to throw paint everywhere. So do I. But there is a little bit of a discipline of, I refer to the color wheel. He does. Yes, he does refer to the color wheel. I refer to mine, of course. It's the goof-proof color wheel. And I decide on, is it going to be warmish or coolish? Something like that. Not too much cerebral thinking on this one. So I'll get all the colors out that will be more on the warm side based on my color wheel. Pretty simple. I don't spread out all the paints that I've ever bought since 8th grade. Just the colors I'm going to be using for that particular painting. Now, here's something that might surprise you. I continue on with that idea, meaning I do more than one painting of the same idea. Repetition. I paint more than just one. I start my series that way. It's a lot more fun to go into painting a series as opposed to just that one painting. What do you have at the end of a month? One painting. But if you did a series, you might have 2, 3, or 4 out of that series. That's what I like to do, more than just one. It's like practicing over and over and over. And then my last one is stay committed. Stay committed to your original idea. Don't keep changing your minds. It's so easy to keep changing your mind while we're in the middle of a painting. When you get a different idea, get a different piece of paper. But stay committed, stay continued on that idea, and think about the concept and journal it all down. I don't try to remember any of this stuff. So thank goodness that's what I do on a non-painting day. Try it, because while I'm doing all of this, ideas come up and you go, That's what I want to be doing. Write it down. And that is one of the best ways of getting started in your studio on a non-painting day. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this. Pass it on to your friends, and I'll see you on the next BobBlast. Hi there, I'm Bob Burridge, a painter. And guess what? I'm going to be painting and teaching at the Dillmans, a 4-day loosen up. Don't we all want to loosen up? And I'm going to show you how I develop my own ideas, how I get my colors down, and how I take these ideas and turn them into great paintings that I love to do. And you're going to love doing your paintings too, because you're going to be painting the whole time. We cover every different subject. And whatever your ideas are, I'm going to be supporting you. So loosen up, 4 days. What an idea, huh? And I can't wait. At the Dillmans, I'll see you there at the Loosen Up workshop.